Hi everyone, it's Sandra. Thank you so much for coming to my video today. We're going to take a look at some of my eBay sales over the past just about 2 weeks or so, I guess. I sold a lot of really great stuff this week, a lot of jewelry. I always want to mention if anybody out there watching this right now bought any of these things, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I've been selling on eBay since 1998. I have 3 different eBay IDs, but we only talk about one of them here, which is the Funky Pickle store. I work too. I'm a very, very busy person. I wish I had actually more time to dedicate to eBay, but it is what it is. I certainly do love it. I hope you love it too, and I hope this video gives you ideas and you can find similar things and flip for a profit yourself. All right, thanks again for coming, everybody. Let's check out what I got. Now, I don't remember where I got this piece. I know I didn't pay a lot for it. It may have been in a recent haul. I'm not exactly sure, but what a really beautiful 14 karat gold bow this is. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? So nice. And oh, I see. I'm showing there where the mark is. It's on the stem part or the pin part. Had some nice weight, almost 4 grams. So didn't pay much, I just can't remember, and I sold it for $185. I got these boots about a week and a half ago at a thrift store. I paid $15 for them. I had never heard of this name brand before, Branch Road, but I don't really know much about boots or shoes or clothing. That's really kind of not my thing. But I could tell they were very, very high quality. They were new. This really beautiful, supple leather, and even the box is nice, right? And size 14, I thought maybe that was going to be a hard sell because that's like a bigger size, than the average bear for sure. But I think I put them up I did an auction and I think I started the bidding at 120. So I just had one taker. You see, they did make 2 bids, but since they weren't challenged, they got them for the $120. So really great profit on that. Paid 15, sold them for 120. This is a really cute 18 karat gold little Italian horn. It was in very nice condition. I think actually my mother found this at a yard sale over the summer, or maybe the summer before, and I said to her, "What are you keeping this for?" She's not wearing it, so I stuck it on my page. I think I did do a buy it now on this one, I guess, for $39.99. It was just such a tiny little thing, but it's really nice, 18 karat gold in great shape. So I don't know what she paid for it, probably like a 25 cents or something like that, knowing her. And we sold it for $40. I got this cute Irish clad-up brooch, I think a few years ago at a yard sale, and I kind of like hand jewelry, so I thought the hands were really particularly pretty on this. Isn't that nice? It was new in its original box. I'm sure I didn't pay more than $1 for it, if that, and I sold it for $17.99. That's really a very pretty item. This DVD set is from my personal collection. I'm still trying to get through some DVDs that I want to sell. I never opened it. I'm the original owner. I bought this on Amazon. I probably paid $14.99 for it. For some reason, a lot of the DVDs I buy happen to increase in value quite a bit, as you can see. So this is a TV show called Hullabaloo, and there's a lot of really great performances on here. Yeah, 7 television episodes, 18 bonus performances. Yeah, it's all remastered. Very cool. Many hours of enjoyment for somebody for sure. So think I paid $15 on Amazon back in the day and I sold it for $61.99. When I find Lucinda brooches, I buy them and I wait till I have a bunch of them and then I lot them all up and sell them. So as you can see, I sold all of these for $99. These are very collectible. And they're also very cool. I actually really like Lucinda stuff. Now, her name is Lucinda Yates. My understanding is that she had something happen in her life and she became homeless. And so she started making these pins. A lot of them are houses, and a lot of them were to bring awareness to like illiteracy and homelessness and things like that. And she does give a portion, or she did give a portion of of her pins to homelessness causes and things like that. So kind of a cool company. Probably paid between 25 cents and a dollar each for these. How many are there? I don't know. I can't count those. But anyway, sold them for $100. So great profit on that. That's a great thing to look out for. Some of them are rarer than others. I feel like that kind of fairy there that's on the bottom. She's sitting in front of the moon. That's probably one of the best ones I have. I think. I really love that one. And then I think this other earth one, it's like UNICEF or something, right? Anyway, very, very cool company, giving woman, and I just think the whole thing has a positive vibe to it. So I love buying Lucinda pins. I've had this one up for a while. This really should have sold much, much more quickly. What a beautiful cross this is. It's sterling silver, mother of pearl, and marcasites. And I think it's just striking. Isn't that nice? And it's not really little either. Look at that, more than 2 inches tall. Very sweet item. I took a picture from the side just so people could see like that mother of pearl bead in the center is prong set and it has some nice height. Isn't that nice? I love it. I think I paid $1 or $2 for this at a yard sale and I sold it for $24.99. I believe I got these in a little junk store that I like to go to. I didn't pay much, like probably $1 or $2 for the whole thing when you cost average out. Like, I usually just buy big containers or big totes or big boxes of stuff from the store that I love. And anyway, these are all Disney pins. My idea, I was going to like look them all up individually and try to sell them separately. And then I said, no, let me just put it up for bid. So I put it up for bid last week and I started the bidding at $49.99 and I didn't get any bites. And I know a lot of people looked at it. I can see how many people looked at it. And so I thought, well, I guess none of these are very valuable or whatever. So I just did a buy it now and I relisted them for $49.99 and I got it right away. I mean, I'm sure there's money to be made here. I would think somebody could very, very easily sell these for $10 each and that would be $150 right there, I would think. But I don't know. I'm not really a Disney pin expert. I have sold like a couple of rare ones in the past, like just through luck. Anyway, sold them as a lot for $50 and like I said, paid $1 or $2. So that's a great profit. Very cute items. Here's an item I know just about nothing about, but I could tell that it was definitely antique and certainly was very, very beautiful. My pictures do not do this face justice. So pretty. It's all like raised up paint. That's probably like has some real gold content to it also. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Let me try to enlarge it so you can really see how pretty it is. Nice, right? So I looked up comps. I tried to find something like it and I couldn't, but there were similar ones that were by Moser. This one wasn't signed, so that's why I put Moser ? I actually have no idea, but I think I paid $1 for this at a yard sale, so I sold it for $29.99. So nice profit. It was very delicate. It wasn't fun to ship, but I double boxed it and the person got it and already left me positive feedback. So very pretty item. I'm glad it got a new home. I got this item at a Goodwill. How fun is this? This is a martini shaker, or in my instance, I would make margaritas in here. I almost kept it actually because it's super cute. So it looks like a pill bottle, booze them in, and it's just very fun, I think. Let's see what some of these warnings say. These are pretty fun. May cause dizziness, euphoric tendencies, and increased chances of a good time. Booze them in may cause inflation of ego or self-esteem. Anyway, it's just kind of a humorous little item. This was in very nice condition too. It looked like maybe it wasn't used, right? The tag is still on the bottom. I think I paid $2.99 for this at a Goodwill, maybe $3.99, and I sold it for $18. I'm coming down to the end of the perfumes that I had picked up at an auction last year. I think I paid between $20 and $25 each for them when I cost average it out. So I already made all my money back and a profit. So this one is pure profit. I sold this for $90. I don't know how to say that. Toujours moi, decor. Don't laugh at me. I took Spanish in school. What can I say? And this was still sealed. And interestingly, there is still some evaporation that happens through the glass. I don't know what that's about. Who knows? Who's a science person? Not sure, but you can see it wasn't full to the top, even though it was still sealed. And it was completely sealed in that cellophane when I bought it at the auction. And as the girl was handing it to me, as I won the bid on the perfume, the cellophane just crumbled in her hand. So I did disclose that, and then I like mailed that off just so I could prove that it was actually sealed when I bought it. Anyway, cool item. I love selling old perfume if I see it. Sometimes they can command high prices. The ones I bought like didn't really get like tons and tons of money, but I'm very, very happy with this profit margin that I got. So sold this bottle for 90. I bought this about 2 weeks ago at an antiques mall. I can't remember what I paid for it. It may have been $28 or something like that. It wasn't super, super cheap, but I figured I could sell it for a profit, and I was actually going to keep it, but then I decided to let it go. I just think it's a very cool mod-looking fish, and I love it. Now, this is clearly signed by the designer, Leonore Doskow. Let's see, there it is right underneath my face. Doskow Sterling plus 14K. So the 14K here is the eye. And I just think it's very kind of cool mod brooch. Sold it for $64.99. Very happy with that price. It was a great item. A lot of her stuff actually skews quite a bit higher online. So I thought that this would be a good price because I'd be happy with the profit, and also, you know, give my buyer a break a little bit too. Not trying to get top dollar, but just make enough, you know, to make it worth my time. Cute item. This is an interesting item. Now, I remember this well if anybody ever did driver's ed or took driving lessons. This is like a brake that your teacher would have. Remember that? You'd be driving and then your teacher could put the brakes on themselves. So this is kind of weird. It was this really long thing, and my pictures are just atrocious, but whoever wanted this, you know, they know what it is. So somehow this attaches to your brake, and then it's like curvature, so it goes over that like hump thing, you know, on the floor between your two seats. So then your passenger could also put the brakes on. Maybe I should have kept this for when my husband's driving. Just saying, don't tell him I said that. Anyway, I think I paid $3 for this, maybe as much as $5 in a thrift store, and I sold it for $50. I like buying old lighters. I don't really know a thing about them, but if they look kind of cool and interesting, I buy them. I think this was $2 in a thrift store, and I sold it for $20, so, you know, not going to retire on the money. But I really liked it. It was very sort of skinny and elegant, and it looked like it was unused. It did have that monogram, unfortunately, but it was pretty cool. Yeah, it came in its box. The box had wear, but it had all its paperwork and everything. Anyway, not bad, right? $20. I got this for $2 in a thrift store, and of course pottery isn't my thing, you know, but I thought it looked really interesting and pretty. I really like this marbleized thing. But then when I turned it over, that's what I saw. Namaji, I guess is how you say that. And I thought it looked kind of interesting, and I said to myself, I could see this maybe being a collectible item. I mean, I didn't know. But yeah, paid $2, sold it for $30. So I thought that was pretty good. I wasn't actually sure if this is called a vase or a jar. I wasn't even sure what to call it, but I just called it a vase, and I sold it right away. So that was a very pretty and very interesting item, I think. I avoid comic books like the plague because I know nothing about them, but I found this whole box in a thrift store a couple of weeks ago, and they were 25 cents each, and there were maybe 100 in there or something. There's a lot in there, and they were all the same kind of theme, the same sort of a publisher, Kaboom it's called, and I think it's the Cartoon Network. So I thought to myself, maybe it's kind of interesting. They kind of had an anime vibe, and I figured maybe they would be worth something. So I said to the woman, would you take $10 for the whole box? And she said yes. So I put up this first batch. I had a lot of watchers on this. I had 9 bids. I sold them for $27.89. But once I saw that there were that many watchers, I looked into it, and it looks like a couple of these sell for $30 or $40 or $50 each on eBay. So I'm thinking a reseller got these, and that's fine. You know, I paid $10 and I sold just this lot alone for $27.89, and I have so many that didn't sell, so I'm going to probably list the other like 60 or 70 of them just all for one money, and I'll just get rid of them all at once. I have this lot too. So this was 23 of them. Yeah, Cartoon Network. And just really not sure what they're about or what they are. I don't even think they're for kids necessarily. Just interesting items. So I sold this lot for $29.99. I have been selling the Zodiac keychains since last spring. I bought a whole box of them at a yard sale for maybe $3. And I think the woman told me that somebody used to own a gift shop or something like that, and they had donated all these things. I think it wasn't a church thrift, a church sale rather. I can't remember, but it was for some charity. And I've been selling them little by little. Just a really awesome 1970s keychain, Scorpio. Sold it for $9.99. I'm really in the money on that whole box, that's for sure. And these are nice and easy to just keep. You know, I'll just wait it out because I'm selling them little by little, and they will all be gone at some point. But they don't take up much room, and they're very easy to ship too. So cool little items, I think. Another thing I don't mess around with too much are old postcards, but these were linen, and I thought that just because they were amusement park related, that they might sell for good money. So yeah, not great, right? I mean, I probably paid 25 cents each for these at a yard sale, and I sold them both for $12.99. Just pretty cool. I don't even know what that is. Cockeyed Circus. I don't know. Palisades Amusement Park in New Jersey. But this one's cool. Look, it has the skyrocket, the roller coaster. So, yeah, picked those up. Didn't pay much for them. They were hanging around. I've been trying to go through old stuff just to, get rid of it because yard sale season is coming up. I'm trying to make room, right? Out with the old, in with the new. So, sold these for $12.99. I'm really happy with that. Very easy to ship. Cool items. I don't remember where I got these rose gold earrings. I think I got these in a lot recently that was sort of like this junky lot. There was quite a bit of gold in there. I think I paid $50 for the whole bag of it. They had some like barbershop hair cutting stuff in there. I believe that is from that lot. These are from that lot. Really beautiful little hoops. Not a lot of weight, 1.18, but they were very lovely. They weren't too skinny either, Very pretty. I love rose gold. It's something very kind of warm about it, right? Just a little bit of a pink tinge, but clearly real gold and clearly marked. And of course, we test everything. The mark on this was JCM. I think that might be a QVC or an HSN name brand. And I sold them for $64.99. I probably paid... If it was in that bag, these were probably like 25 cents or something like that. And I did get quite a bit of gold, like I said. So I'm in the money on that lot. And so this is pure profit. I got this at a community yard sale. I love buying Trifari jewelry. I just think it's lovely. And I just love this flying horse. Isn't that great? I think it's from the 1990s. That is a pretty lousy picture. It looks like it's discolored, but it actually wasn't. It's just sort of a weird reflection and stuff. Isn't that nice? I really like that, actually. And there's the mark. And pretty big, too, right? 2 inches. Neat item. I think I paid $1 for this, and I sold it for $11.99. This doors record was sort of a traumatizing experience because I had stolen... Oops, did I just say stolen? I copied someone else's title just because I didn't want to have to type the whole thing. And I'm a very, very lazy person. So I copied someone else's title, and then I deleted everything. Like theirs was mono, mine was stereo, theirs was VG plus, mine was near mint. So I had sort of changed everything. And then I did a really cheap price too. I decided I was just going to sell it for $14.99, and I knew I was probably going to sell it right away. And then I was sitting on the couch and I thought to myself, did I take out the part that it says Monarch First Pressing? Because mine is not a Monarch First Pressing. And I just reached down for my computer. This was about 5 minutes after I listed it and somebody bought it. So yeah, face very red. So I had to write to them and I said, it's not the first pressing. I'm so sorry. And by the way, on this record, the way that you know that it's a first pressing, there's something that's called dead wax. So you have your record and your grooves, which is actually just one groove, right? There's only one groove on a record if you think about it. But this dead wax part, there is something that's called like a trailing off number. And so if this was a Monarch pressing, it would have had an M with some numbers, and this one didn't. So that's how I knew it wasn't a Monarch anyway. It did have the original inner sleeve too. That's something that's important. See, there's lyrics on one side and a picture on the other. But look at that glossy vinyl. Isn't that beautiful? Really nice condition. So yeah, big mea culpa. I said to the guy, I'm such a blockhead. I can't even believe I did that. I copied someone else's thing. I'm so sorry. You don't have to pay for it. You don't have to go through with it. I can cancel it. And he said, no, I want it. I just want to play it anyway. So thank goodness. Dodged a little bit of a bullet, but yeah, really careless mistake. It's like when you want something to sell, it doesn't sell, right? And then when you don't want something to sell because you made a mistake, somebody goes in and buys it right away. Anyhow, no big deal, but it was a little bit of a panic at the time. This is my mother's necklace. Now, she worked for a long time and she used to love wearing jewelry to work. And she used to really, really love Joan Rivers jewelry a lot. And her sister's still around too, my aunt. They both really liked Joan Rivers stuff. And they both had the Noah's Ark necklaces. My aunt has the Fabergé egg Joan Rivers necklaces too. So this one, I think she actually got this at a yard sale, I believe. She has another one too that has a lot more animals on it that I'm also going to sell for her. Look how cute. Little panda bears, kangaroos. The kangaroos are really cute. See, there's a little baby in the pouch. Isn't that adorable? Yeah, this was really cute too. What are those, anteaters or something? Not sure. Some sort of marsupial. I think that's the word. Anyway, I think she got this at a yard sale for $5. But, she wore it for years and years and enjoyed it a lot. So I sold it for her, and we got $50 for it. But I'm going to be putting the other necklace up shortly. And that one has a lot more cool stuff on it, like I said. I got these opera glasses at an estate sale last fall, and I did a video on it actually, not when I was at the sale, but actually when I got home and I put everything on my dining room table. I think I had 3 beautiful pair of opera glasses. I love these. I believe these are likely Edwardian. So King Edward was right at the end of Queen Victoria's reign. I think that ended in 1901. So Edwardian is roughly from 1901 to about 1910 when he died. But fashions and terminology and things like things don't always end on a dime, right? So maybe it's technically these might be from the 1910s, not the 1900s, but I would still consider these to be Edwardian, if that makes sense. These are absolutely beautiful. Mother of pearl. And, oh no, look what I put. Good pre-loved condition. Pre-loved. Don't you hate when people do that? Yeah, that means they kind of had some use. They have a little bit of wear. And I'll show you what I mean here. Yeah, see the gold tone kind of has a little bit of rubbing away here and there. I mean, that's to be expected. They're old, and somebody did use these. It's kind of cool to think about who used these for the opera or the theater or whatever. But it came in this really lovely leather holder, leather pouch. I cannot find my words today. Leather pouch. But what I really liked is that bumblebee little thing right there. Oops. Look, how cute is that? That little button. Kind of a cool thing. And also cool that it has the name of the jeweler right here, which I think is interesting. Carter Brothers Company Jewelers, Portland, Maine. So I think I paid, well, I'm definitely in the money on this sale, so this is pure profit for me. But these may have been $1 or $2 or something like that at that estate sale, and I sold them for $49.99. I think I got these actually in an antique store, and I went in there to look for old jewelry, and he had a bunch of ephemera, and I just picked up a whole pile of it, and I don't know what he charged me, like $5 for the whole pile or something like that. So at first I wasn't going to sell these because I saw that they didn't really sell for very much. They're like old Los Angeles maps. Well, this is a sightseeing map, and it's a serviceman's one, so I kind of like that it has that tie-in. And then this one is Views of Clifton's. Pay what you wish. Oh, dine free unless delighted. Yeah, kind of cool, right? Look at that. It's like a restaurant from Los Angeles. But what I thought was cool is it came with the original envelope too. This was in nice condition. Yeah, I figured it was probably going to sell for a whole bunch of money. And it didn't, but that's okay. I sold both of these things for $13, so I'm pretty happy with that. Right? I'd rather get my money back and make a little bit of a profit than make nothing. Very easy to ship and all of that. Cool items, I thought. Actually, I'm surprised they aren't worth more. Ah, my 10 karat gold ring. So I was at actually a yard sale a few weeks ago, and they had terrible jewelry. It was in this room. It wasn't really well lit. And they had like one of those jewelry boxes, the ones that stand on the floor and they have the doors. And they had all kinds of plastic, crappy jewelry. And everything was $5 each, which was ridiculous. It was awful. But because I'm crazy, I guess some would say, I took the time and I started to really try to go through all of it. And I realized that there were many, many, many dealers there before me for sure, because we didn't get there till early afternoon. But I feel like probably a lot of those dealers didn't want anything to do with it because you could see how it was very low quality stuff. But I'll be darned, I found this ring. This is from 1939. It's solid gold. I thought it looked very interesting. 4.5 grams. I didn't know it was gold when I found it, certainly. But I thought it was probably gold filled, but it certainly looked like something good because of this, like, genie's lamp, I guess, or whatever that is. So I ended up just doing a little bit of a deal, and I had a couple of pieces and I put them down, and she charged me $2 for it, and I sold this one for $120, $150. Great profit on this, and I'm really glad I just sort of stuck it out going through all the junk until I found this one really nice little piece of real gold. I think I may have gotten this in a thrift store. This was new with tags. I thought maybe someone would be interested in this. Bally, it's not a super, super high-end underwear company or bra company, but I think it's new with the tag. Oh, yeah, there it is. It's right there. So I don't know what I paid for it. $1 probably, and sold it for $15. Nice, easy money, very easy to ship and photograph and all of that. Next up, I found these in a thrift store, and I thought they were kind of cool, right? I'm very interested in King Henry VIII. I've actually studied it for many, many years. So I wasn't sure if that was Anne Boleyn. I wasn't sure who that was supposed to be. But these were in very nice condition, only poor Henry didn't have any hands. His hands had snapped off, I guess. So I disclosed that. I think I actually said, I may have said this, or if I didn't, I meant to say it, like that I was just really selling her and I was just going to throw him in for free because he didn't have hands. That's what I usually do, just so, I don't know, so people don't like start trouble with me. But I think I paid $2 for these. I was thinking these were going to be worth way more than this, but sold them for $15. I love selling fabric, and I use the same principles that I use when I buy many things, jewelry or pottery and things like that, which I actually don't usually buy because I do try to stay away from those because I really don't know. But if I do, I always look for something that looks like it's very high quality, kind of quirky and weird, or collectible. Now, this one happens to be a couple of, well, maybe this is all three of those things, actually. It is definitely high quality, and my pictures are not doing this fabric justice. It was nice and vibrant. I love the artwork on it. I thought it was really beautiful. And so it has the beauty, it has a high quality, and it is a little bit quirky. The other thing is it's very, very collectible too. People collect Wizard of Oz stuff. So this was a beautiful piece of quilting fabric. It was nice and thick. It was 2 yards, and I sold this for $40. I think I paid $5 for this in a thrift store. So great profit, really, really great fabric. I would love to know what the person's going to make with this. Probably like pillows or something, but very, very cool for the Wizard of Oz fan. Here's a little pair of cufflinks I picked up somewhere. These may have been part of a lot that I got in an auction. I'm not really sure where I got them, but they're very specific. They say FFA, Future Farmers of America. I don't know much about that organization. I actually know nothing about that organization. Anyway, I don't know what I paid for them, but not much, and I just sold them. Really nice, quick little sale for $9.99. I love this ring, and I believe this ring was an antique ring. I'm not sure. It could just be vintage, but it looked antique to me. And I'll show this to you. It had a real pearl. How pretty is that? Wow. I just love the sides of it. See? It's sort of like a floral thing, but it was kind of high up. Look. Isn't that pretty? I loved this. Now, the pearl had fallen out, and I actually paid a jeweler to put it back on properly because I knew I would mess it up. I can't. Oh, I think actually he did it for me for free because he was doing other repairs for me. But I'm really, really happy I sold this. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. Some nice weight, right? 2.3 grams. And I think I got this at a yard sale for a couple of dollars, maybe a few years ago. This one's been hanging around for a while for sure. And anyway, sold it for $80. No idea where I got these little earrings. I think these may have been part of that lot. Yeah, actually, I am pretty sure they are part of that lot that I was talking about. I paid $50 for a whole bag of jewelry. And there was maybe 7 or 8 pieces of gold in there, so that's a good thing. These were very, very pretty. Look at those hearts. Not a lot of weight, less than a gram, but they were very, very sweet. So I sold these for $50, and that is absolutely straight profit because I know I already made my money back on that lot. The same person bought these. Now, these are really pretty hoops. I really like the kind of texture on these. 14 karat gold, solid 14 karat gold. And not too small either. Take a look at that. And I think they're kind of cool construction. They were hollow inside, but they had some real kind of thickness to them. Cool item. So this one too, I think I got from that same lot. Pure profit, $54.99. I was having this little like kind of portion of time where I kept finding real gold all the time. And well, I did find a little bit the other day too. But then it stops and then I kind of find it again and then it stops. I kind of have a good eye for it. I can sort of pick it out of a pile of jewelry pretty well. I can't usually see what it's marked. But anyway, I've just been getting pretty lucky with gold lately. So it's a good thing, right? I don't remember where I got this, but this was a very beautiful, beautiful item. And there's a little bit of millefiori on it. Millefiori, of course, is Italian for 1,000 flowers. And what I really liked is that stopper. Isn't that cute? Really nice bird. This was also a very, very beautiful emerald green color. I think this was a very interesting item. It looks like it's signed by somebody, but I could not figure out who that is. A P in a box. Don't know. That's clearly hand signed though. It looks like it's etched, right? So yeah, just don't know where I got it. Probably paid $1, I'm guessing, and sold it for $31.99. Look at this beautiful brooch. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh man, I loved this thing. I took a picture from the side so you could see. It was really a nice dome shape. This had some nice weight on it, and so it was marked 18K RGP. Of course, RGP stands for rolled gold plate. So that's a little bit thicker, I think, than like gold filled or gold plated. I think that's like rolled gold plate is a little bit more heft to it. I know some people do buy these for scrap, actually, because there is a way to separate out the coating that's on it from the other metals. But I don't know if that's probably not the case here. But I love this, and it was clearly marked Germany, and I think it really was worth quite a bit more than this. But I had it up for a while, so I lowered the price, and I sold it for 15 bucks. Look at this beautiful brooch. This was just a very pretty unsigned beauty. I love this, and it's really big. Let me show it to you on my seamstress thing here. Look at that, 3 inches. Isn't it in nice condition too? I love this thing. Almost didn't sell it. Really interesting. Look at the design of it. Loved it. I think I paid $1 at a yard sale, sold it for $22. Here's the last item I sold. This was a very beautiful little 14 karat gold cross. Look, $39.99. How can you beat that price, right? That's like what a lot of people pay for a sweater. And here you can get a piece of 14 karat gold. This was very beautiful. And I thought it was unusual, and I can't for the life of me figure out what the pattern is on that cross. I guess it's just a design, but it almost looks like hands holding each other or something. Not sure, but I thought it was very beautiful. And not too small either. Look at that, like kind of an inch and a quarter or so, including the bail. Almost a full gram. Not quite. In nice condition, right? There's the mark. MA, which I think is Mark Anthony? Michael Anthony, I think, right? And I think that's a QVC brand. So this was a lovely little thing. I know I didn't pay much for it. I can just picture it, but I can't quite remember where I got it. But I think this was part of a lot that either I bought or my mother bought. Yeah, I think it might have been from my mother. Anyhow, that's it. Sold this one for 40 bucks. And I'd like to thank you again so much for joining me today. I hope you had fun, and I also hope this is helpful. All right, let me know what your favorite piece is. Leave me a comment below. Tell me anything you want. Subscribe to the channel, and I hope to catch you soon, everybody. Have a great day. Peace.